think we got it. This is the very first stream for the new Llama Juice page. Welcome to it. I don't know how many folks are actually seeing it, but hey, it's part 2 of the first time. Go with it. Anyway, we're going to get right to it because nobody really wants to see me. They want to see the mini. Let's see here. Alright, so the only thing that I've done since yesterday we went through, we did all the skin, we'd washed it before we went on, primed it green, washed it beetle tan, and we started doing all the base coats and everything. Averland Sunset for the pustules, Screamer Pink for the little organs and tongues and all that stuff. We did some of the lips, and we darkened up. We used Seraphim Sepia, I think. I have to go back and watch number 1. We used Seraphim Sepia to darken in some of the lines. So today we're going to start doing some of the detail work. The only thing that I've done since the stream yesterday was I went back and put a little bit of Druky Violet on the lung sac bagpipe thingy. It's a technical term. And also put it on the intestines and the tongue. Reason I did that is because if you look, that's still drying right there. And it's not a whole lot of fun to sit there and watch things dry. So I went ahead and knocked those out while we were away. And obviously I didn't knock them out fast enough because here we are. Let's see. We're going to grab... Actually, while we're waiting for that to dry, we will grab a little bit of... I want Grace here. I'm painting this for a friend, and that friend said, hey, I'm going to be trying to duplicate some of this stuff on some of the other Nurgle models that I got, so can you use a little bit of contrast to make it easier for me? And I went, sure, what the heck. So we're going to try a little contrast on here and see what we get. But to do that, we got to get some of this stuff back up to a base color that contrast will like or work with. It'll work with just about anything. It just depends on how what's underneath it, on how the color comes up. So there's these little straps. We're going to use some... contrast. We're going to use the leather, snakebite leather, because that one is always a hit. It just works. So we're just going to go around on these little straps, coat them back up. Sandy says, so take it easy. I have no idea. What am I taking easy? I don't know. All right. So just going around, and where I'm going to use snakebite leather, we're going to just coat that. He can do it. I have faith in him. Just go around here. I'm actually going to do the hood. I might try out the red. I haven't tried it. I forget what the name of it is. I want to say it's something to do with blood angels, but I'm not 100% sure, so I know that it's red. So I haven't looked up and I haven't figured out exactly how long the lag is. It does make conversations a little more difficult. I know that I'm talking way behind where the thing is right now, but I guess I need to try to figure out how far that lag is out one time. Looks to be about 10 to 15 seconds. Or at least that's the way it looks. And I really need to stop looking because now I'm hitting stuff that I'm not meaning to hit. I hit the tongue accidentally. That's alright. We can fix that. $30 to 30 seconds? Holy shnikey. 20 to 30 seconds. Good lord. Well, I guess you'll see, because I read that pretty much as it popped up on my screen, so that'll give you a pretty good idea of how long it's taken. Damn. I didn't realize it was that far. So, like I said, we're just going around trying to get this. Probably going to have to switch over to a smaller brush because if not, I'm going to start hitting stuff that I don't mean to hit just because of the way the model's made. But we're going to go and we're going to, like this little band here on his wrist. Actually, no. I'm going to say that's metal. Let's see. How about there we go. Little bandolier coming around. It's holding all this stuff. That's going to be snakebite leather. And back here on this. Go for snakebite leather back here. A little bit back around. I really meant to do this off stream, but yeah, I ran out of time. I was having problems. I was trying to get it to where I could do this on my page and the Llama Juice page at the same time and I was planning on doing it for like a week or two, broadcasting it on both. But I couldn't get Caster to work. At least not with both. I couldn't even get it to do on my personal page anymore for some reason. It just wasn't broadcasting over, so I decided, well, today was the day, and so we're only broadcasting on the Llama Juice page. And if you can check it out, like the page if you like it. I'm going to be doing a bunch of the like the page if you like it. Oh, wow. Anyway, like the page, follow it, whatever you want to do. I'm going to be posting these videos up to that page from starting pretty much from now on. So if you're interested in seeing some models painted, and I'll be bouncing back and forth. Like this one is, I didn't realize it, but it was also 40K, because I forgot the demons can go into 40K also. But I plan on trying to do some 40K models. Of course, Age of Sigmar, because that's the game that I play all the time. So we'll be doing some of those. And I'll be trying to get my hands on some of the like newer models as they come out. Like right now, I am hunting a Sisters of Battle model to do just for the stream. I don't really want to play the army. I haven't got. I've painted a couple of models that can be used for 40K, but I've never played 40K yet. My Slanesh army and all that stuff can definitely go into it, and I've heard that it's, half decent at least. But I don't want to do Sisters. I don't want to go out and buy the big battle box for $300 and just to paint it. It's tempting. It really was, because they are gorgeous models. But I decided that, food and stuff like that was more important. Maybe a power bill. So this is sort of, I'm sort of doing this as a test bed to make sure everything's going to be cool. And the plan is I have a Great Unclean one. And I don't know if anybody would want to see that done on a stream. It's going to be pretty big, and I mean, granted there are a bunch of details on it, but I didn't know if anybody would actually want to see that painted or not. So, drop a comment in there if you can think of like a model that you're like, hey, this is out, and I hadn't seen somebody do this, or something along those lines. Because like I said, this is the first Nurgle model that I've done, and so trying to make sure he looks all Nurgly. I do have a couple of Space Marines. And so I've been thinking about maybe doing one of those just for shits and giggles. see where it's at, But also, like, what chapter do I need to paint these at? Do because I don't even like everybody knows ultramarines, um, but you've got things like blood angels and what was that the wolves? I can't remember, gray wolves. I can't think of what. Maybe we give a shot at trying one of the harder patterns, like the yellow armor or something like that, or red or something. Just something to work through real slow, and we'll figure it out. A way to do it to where everybody can take a shot at it. You can let me mess it up on my model, and that way you don't have to do it on yours. So if you get an idea of something that you'd like to see done, hey, I was thinking about doing this blue checkerboard pattern on a Space Marine or something. I don't know. Let me know what you think. You can leave a little comment on the video over here, or you can go over to the Facebook page that we've created, which is Llama Juice, and like the page, drop me a line. There's a little thing in there, leave me a message. Easiest way to get hold of me. And I'll be working on additional stuff for that Facebook page, and also there is a website in the works, which is probably gonna just be Llama Juice, or it may be Llama Juice Painting. I'm not 100% sure yet. It also depends on what's open. So either which way, there's gonna be a web page out there, and hopefully by the beginning of the year we'll have some professional logos. We have temporary ones. My brother Brian was nice enough to give me a couple of temporary ones that he did real fast. I like them. They make me laugh. Nothing too serious, because let's face it, this isn't serious. I'm painting little plastic guys. Yep. So I didn't think that this model had any of the maggots on it, but I just found one on the back of the little adjuster head. Always fun. So we'll paint him up here in just a little bit. So yeah, just whenever you go to do contrast, remember that whatever color you put it over is going to affect the color that you're laying down. So I could have tried to put, like, I'm going to do the cloth up here in the red contrast. But with it being primed in green, that would obviously give it a weird tint. I don't know what it would have come out. My guess is somewhere in the red to brown range is probably where it would have gone. But I don't think it would have gone anything close to what I was actually looking for. I'm not giving it a real heavy coat of this stuff, because where I'm sort of leaving it, we're going to use that as shading pretty much. Will it be the most accurate shading? Nope. Will it be good enough? Yep. I'm not putting this thing in crystal brush, I'll tell you that. This little joker will not be winning a golden demon. It will not even be in the same room as a golden demon. But it's going to look cool. So no matter what, it's going to be better than gray plastic. So just working our way around the model. Did I lose the chat? I'll be damned, I did. Oh man, I'm sorry y'all. It's so my chat got stuck for some reason. So y'all been talking and I have completely missed it. Any which way. Yeah, it's not scrolling for some reason. That is weird. Alright. Yep. It's just not scrolling. Alright, so I'm having technical difficulties with the chat. I'm gonna put my head down and keep painting. Nobody wants to talk to me anyway. Damn. I don't know what to do to fix that. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I've never had a problem with it scrolling before. So. I know what happened. Robin logged in. Suddenly the chat doesn't work anymore. Look at that. Yep. The busted chat is all Robin's fault. We don't know how, but it's definitely her fault. That in World War II. We're at least going to blame her for that. So now that you've got to watch the exciting basing that, you know, is just so much of a thrill, we're going to go and we're going to do some highlights on the on our guts. So we're gonna take pink horror, which is pink, and we'll take a little bit of that, and we'll throw it over here where you can almost see it on the palette. Just nudge that over a little bit. It'll be fine. Definitely got to change a camera setup here. Thinking about maybe doing a top down, and that would make it easier for me trying to keep the model actually on the camera. But I don't know. And you'd also see the palette that way too. Now I'm having brush issues. I think it's because of that gray sear that I just used. Alright. So we put a little bit of water in there, thin it out pretty good. Shake the crap out of the table. Yeah, it's just, I think it would be easier for me to keep the models centered, because then I don't have to worry about left and right, because right now it's sort of sitting over my left shoulder, shooting in on this. Sometimes I lean the camera, or I lean back a little bit to get a better view of the model for myself, and I move it right off the stinking camera. Alright, so there's like a big vein that's on this. There's one down here. It's all veiny. And so I'm definitely going to hit those with the Screamer Pink. We're going to come back with one more highlight on top of this, so I'm not too worried about it, because there'll be another highlight on top of it. That, and with the top down, I think when I move the model around like I do, it would definitely make it easier to follow. I always wondered when I watched painting videos and everything, I always saw folks have like this little stand, and I'd always see this little, like, it's the top of a spray bottle, I think, like a shake, like a rattle can, and I always wondered why folks used that. And I finally figured out when I started doing this that it's less because they like that, because it definitely makes it harder to get to some of the stuff on the model. And it's more, it keeps them from doing the dumb things like I do, where I suddenly whoop, whoop. So So on his guts here, I'm not going to put as much as I did across that little bag. Just sort of getting the top here where the where the light would get it. Doing it pretty thin too, so some of the stuff from underneath is still shining through a little bit. Go around over there. Yeah. So we're just giving our organs a little work. That doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right at all. There's so much stuff involved with this. It can just be said the complete wrong way. So just a little bit of the pink coming around on his tongue. We're going to trail that off. And then maybe just a little bit right here. There we go. Then our little guy down here, he's got his little tongue hanging out, so we're gonna give that a little bit of pink on there too. Right there. Hey, look, the house phone rings. Sorry about that. So then we're going to go down here into these muscles. Like there's a muscle right there. We're going to give that a little bit of the pink in there. Make sure I'm still on the camera because I moved. There we go. Just a couple strands there. That muscle's poking through. I think is there another spot? I think that might be the only muscle spot on this one. How about the tongue up here on our jester head? We'll give that a little shot of pink up there too. Then, remember how I said we were going to go with another highlight on there? I gotta find it. There it is. Kislev Flesh. You're like, what the heck's up with that? You're just put pink down. So Sandy asked if there were lines on the model. On the bagpipes here, there's some little veins. They're right there. I don't know if you could see those or not. Those were there, but the like down here in the intestines, we're just touching the top of it. it's molded in there, and I just touched the very, very top of it, ran a little bit of line across there. Not a whole lot. Now, this stuff we're going to definitely want to throw some water in, because I don't want this color to just like run away and take over. We're going to get it pretty thin. By pretty thin, I mean pretty thin. There we go. And then we're just going to go and just about like a tap across where those other highlights were. That's too much. That's all right. Not a problem. If you do it fast enough, that not a big deal. So we're just going back, like right here where these veins and stuff are. We're gonna put a little bit of this Kislev flesh in the center of that to give it a really Everyone say hi to the cat. Hi, Artemis. So just across the top of this, we're going to put just a little doop. And because it is that sort of warm flesh color, it even with the pink, because I'm using it so thin, the pink sort of shows through and gives it that sort of organ look. I don't know what else to call that. Just sort of yeah. So just a little bit across here. That light's hitting. Just real light. We'll give our little nurgling. Cat just scared me. She hopped into my, there's a drawer over here to the right, and she just hopped up into it because it's open. All right. So now for like the little claws and the horns here on this guy, we're gonna take a little bit of Skavenblight Dinge. Don't need a whole lot of it because we're not gonna use a whole lot of it. Make sure that joker closes back down. Huh. Alright. Well, I got a blue screen on my end. I don't know if it changed on y'all's. It's like it hiccuped for a second. So we're just gonna go around here like so. And these the little claws and stuff on his feet, we're gonna give those a coat. I'm gonna do it on the horns on the Nurgling, because why the hell not? And then on his other foot, just go through there and give those a little shot real quick. So I keep getting this feeling like I'm being watched. And I am. Not on here, of course. The cat's sitting over here to the right, just judging me like there's no tomorrow. She is not impressed with my performance right now. Once again, just trying to stay off the green skin that we've already done. We don't have to go back and touch it up. And I'm trying to stay off the wood and stuff that was already done earlier. That's it. Then we're going to take a little... Nope. Nope. Yep. We're going to take the shop debone. And just a little bit of it because we don't need too much. Need it thinner than that. Alright. So, the little claws, we're just going to give those a little boop. So just a little shot across the top of the claws there, just to give a little bit of a highlight. And then, remember how earlier I said we were going to go back and rework those teeth, right? Well, now's the time. So, choke up on the brush. Make sure it's on the camera. Just those little bitty teeth, we're going to give those a little shot. We're going to switch to my itty bitty brush. Damn, time has really gotten away from me today. I guess it's because I did all that base coating that I should have done off camera. And then down here on the nurgling, let's see if I can actually show you what I'm doing. I mean, just barely catching it. Ta-da! He's got little teeth there at the bottom all of a sudden. Yay! Nurgling dental plans aren't what they used to be. I'm just saying. Just a little up on his teeth. Not a problem. So now I don't have it up here. Way to prep. All right, so that's not it. There it is. This is my magical bag of contrast. It's a very scientific organizational structure that bag is in. You just sort of take it and smash it all in there and hope you find what you're looking for. So we're going to go with the Blood Angels Red because that's what I was asked to do. So we made sure to give that a good shake, so we got it all back together. Man, that is bright, bright red. Alright, here we go. So up here on the hood, we're just going to go with Blood Angels Red. Because I want it a little darker, I will add just a little bit more. We may end up adding some like Nuln oil to tone this down, but I guess we'll see. Alright, so there's the little metal discs. I'm not too worried about hitting them. I'm, for right now, just gonna rock on with them. And if you're asking yourself, why is he throwing contrast on top of this model? Because I was asked to. By the guy who owns the model. So, guess what? Contrast it is. Just go down there. Definitely don't want to hit the tongue. We've already done that. So there's that. I don't know. It's not looking too bad. I think I'm going to have to put another coat on to get it as dark a red as I want, though. And as always, when I do contrast, there's going to be some point where I just can't, where like I'm going to leave something white by accident. And because it's in a little hard to reach spot, I'm going to grab this. Go right down into there. Making sure we don't leave any of that white that we put on earlier showing. Right there it is, cheek. Boop. Man, this non-scrolling. Yeah, that red is bright. It is. It is not messing around, man. That red is so bright. So, let's see. We're going to try it up here too, so. like I said, I think we're going to have to use some Nuln Oil to shade it down, but it'll be fine. Well, shit in Tuesday. That would mean that I messed something up, because part of the stuff that I was going to do in snakebite leather just got redded. That's alright though. We can come back. We can put some more of the base coat over the top of it, and we can do the snakebite leather just like we'd planned to do. It's fine. Everything's fine. Man, that is bright red. Almost tempted to say that I maybe probably should have done like a real light coat of the Black Templar, which the Black Templar on here will shade it like a very darker gray, and then with that in place, maybe put this red over the top of it, and it would have turned it really dark red, maybe almost to a maroon. I'm going to try to be careful not to get the one maggot that I've found on this model with the red as I go around it. So I don't know. It's settling down some. It's still pretty bright. But where I thought it was going to be like really bad red, it's not too bad. So, as normal, I'm looking for that spot, like back here on the back, where I didn't get the contrast in. I left it the shade color. There we go. So like I said, we'll shade that up a little bit to darken it up. But yeah, that is bright red. So we're going to switch from that, which I'm not sure if I like that. But we're definitely going to switch over to one of my favorite contrast colors. Which is snakebite leather. If you need to do a leather color or a leather effect in a hurry, you cannot go wrong with this stuff. It is just magical. If you're looking for a worn brown leather look, yeah, got it. If you notice on the contrast, I'm not putting it like on the wet palette. This stuff, if you put it on the wet palette, it like starts breaking apart pretty quick. You don't want to mix this with water. It does not do right after that. So where the buckle is, I'm just going to go straight over the buckle because I'm going to come back with a metallic to do the buckle. So I just want all the little bits of the belt, whatever it is, slung across his shoulder there. I just want all that in the snakebite leather. So I just slopped it on over the buckle, and that, you know, I can go back and hit the buckle with the metallic, and it'll clean that up. Not a problem. Oops. That's something you don't like hearing, huh? Whoops. Yeah. So I got... Yep. And contrast is also the worst tasting paint ever. I'm just saying. Ugh. Even with a little bit of it on the brush, it's horrible. Freaking horrible. This probably should be some kind of parchment, but it's leather now. Do that around there. And right up here along where this is tied on. Do that. Oh, I almost forgot part of his belt. All right. Do. No, we did forget. Forgot to put a highlight on this poor little guy's onto the horns down here? Bloop. There's a little bit of bile like dripping out of this. Little bloop. And I'll switch back around real quick because I've gone way over. Not way over, but enough where I notice it. There we go. Got a little leather pouch. Trying to decide whether or not I want to make that bone. So there's a little skeleton head right here. I'll do bone on it, and I think I might do that in bone also, but I'll probably do it in a darker. And then we'll just do up the eyes and stuff, and he'll be just about ready. And also we'll go back and like all our metallics and stuff, we'll put that on these little bits. We'll do some like blighted gold or something along those lines, and do those up. But he's just about done, so I'm probably going to finish him off stream. I will post pictures. I will post them on the Llama Juice Facebook page. I will also post them on Instagram. I'll be posting all over the place. So stop by the Llama Juice Facebook page, like that, if you want to keep seeing these videos and everything like that, because this is where I'm going to be doing them live. Also doing it on Twitch, which is Llama Juice. Yeah, it's just Llama Juice on there too. So yeah, come over there, check it out. I'll be doing some more videos on there, and I'll link it over to the Facebook page. The Instagram is going to be linked over here to this. Also, it's Llama Juice Painting, I think, is the business one now. Going to be changing up a bunch of stuff as far as adding new, adding like old pictures of stuff that I've done. The new pictures, the new videos, and everything will be through here, and hopefully coming soon the actual website. So thanks for jumping on this train with me and hanging out and watching me do this silly stuff. And I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope you stick. I hope that you stick with me and keep watching. So, got any suggestions, anything like that? There's a little message thing on the Facebook. Hit that to me. It shoots through Messenger. I check that on the regular. Or hit me up on Facebook. Whatever you want to do. And till then, go paint something.